Definitely one of those days though. You can start with a hot coffee in the morning and then
have an iced one in the middle of the day. There you go.
So yeah, today, I mean, it was definitely kind of a big temperature swing. We started out in the low 50s. It was nice and cool. You needed a jacket a bit later in the afternoon. Well, we did make it back into the upper 70s. The normal being 71, the record being 90, and of course we were rain free once again. Last time we had rain was, of course, on Saturday, but it looks like it could be quite a while before we do see that next chance of rain. That's certainly not in the forecast this evening. We've got nothing but blue skies. This is our DBU camera. It's gorgeous outside. The sun is slowly setting. We've got a south breeze. We're at 76 degrees in McKinney, 78 in Decatur, 81 in Mineral Wells, 78 degrees right now in Granbury, and then satellite and radar. Again, it is very quiet. We've had some passing high clouds out to the west, but since then, even those have pretty much gone away. So the long range weather pattern for this week, we've got the ridge of high pressure over South Texas, and it's not going to move a whole lot. But as we get closer to the weekend, it will start to move a little bit farther back off to the west. And we've got two cold fronts in the forecast. The first cold front is actually coming through Friday, sometime around midday or so. With this cold front, it's going to be a very weak cold front. This one's going to come through dry. There's no rain or anything like that with it. And as far as a temperature drop, we may drop a couple of degrees for the weekend. So as we get into Saturday, it still looks very warm, temperatures well above normal. But by the time we get into late Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, this cold front, it looks stronger. It still looks rain-free, but it is going to bring in much cooler air. You can kind of see how that jet stream is diving a little bit farther to the south, so that's going to help to pull in this cooler air. And yesterday, it was looking like the cold front may not come in until maybe sometime midnight Saturday night. Well, it's starting to speed up, and we still don't have the exact timing of this because we're still several days out, so this could change. But as of right now, it looks like we're going to have some time to warm up into the upper 70s during the day Saturday before the cold front moves in. But behind the cold front, we will be dropping down into the 60s for Sunday. And it looks like this cooler air is going to stick around for a couple of days after that. So we're talking Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday. So for Veterans Day. And you can see that ridge of high pressure, it's starting to build back. So the cooler weather is not going to last forever. Eventually, temperatures do go back up. Tonight, though, we're staying nice and clear. Temperatures drop down into the mid and upper 50s, so it's going to be another one of those days. Starting out with a jacket in the morning, you will not need it tomorrow afternoon. It should be warmer, 80 degrees tomorrow, which would be 10 degrees above normal. 78 in Denton, 76 in McKinney, 78 in Canton, and 84 tomorrow in Breckenridge. So we're going to stay around 80 or so the next few days. Saturday, we're dropping 1 degree because of that weak cold front. But the main cold front, that's going to be moving in sometime during the day, late afternoon, maybe early evening on Saturday. Behind it, we will be dropping down into the low 60s. So we're going to go from 10 degrees above normal on Saturday to 7 degrees below normal on Sunday. Tonight, though, nice and clear, dropping down into the mid-50s, cool and dry. Tomorrow, warm and dry. Lots of sun, really very warm. 80 degrees, low 80s on Thursday, 80 degrees on Friday. We're going to the upper 70s on Saturday, low 60s on Sunday, and then we stay in the 60s for a couple of days after that. The second half of the 14-day, we've got lots of 70s, some 60s eventually. We also have a couple of rain chances, but right now, we're still several days out, so that could change, and it has changed over the past couple of days, at least the timing of it. But right now, the overall coverage of that rain looks pretty low.